Good afternoon, Fargo. Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehrig with your how I voted for the August 10th, 2020 Fargo City Commission meeting. I'm on Facebook Live. I am on the website. You can see me in either one of those things, and YouTube as well, for the time being at least. For this one, we have three items to discuss. A TIF for PRX Performance. It's a fitness, e-commerce fitness company. And in short, just like every other incentive that comes along, I asked if they would do the expansion, if they would come to Fargo, if they would grow here in Fargo, if they would do whatever they're going to do with the incentive as without. So would you do these things if you didn't get the incentive? And the answer was yes, we would. So with that knowledge, we should all vote no, right? Well, it was a 3-2 vote again. John Strand voted with me to vote against the incentive. And look, it's a great company. I believe they're on Shark Tank. I love that show. And it's good. They have good paying jobs. They're growing here in Fargo. More power to them. I wish them all the best. But it has nothing to do with taxpayer dollars. If you want to grow, you can do that, but free from taking money from the taxpayers. Especially when you admit on TV and for the record that you would do it without the incentive, and that's not their fault. That is our fault for offering it and approving it. Back to the AG declining an opinion on FFL. So currently, as you know, our LDC, our Land Development Code, our how we zone in Fargo says that you cannot have certain businesses in residential neighborhoods. These include things like strip clubs and car centers, changing oil and fixing axles. One of those things that we prohibit per our ordinances is selling guns and ammo out of your home. So you need a federal firearms license to do that. In North Dakota, state law, it is legal to do that. In fact, 70% of gun sales in North Dakota are done out of people's private property, not out of a business front. But Fargo is saying that you can't. It's illegal to do so. Is my opinion. That goes against state law. State law supersedes city law. And the state law is very clear that you cannot prohibit those sales. But we do it. And so with that knowledge, I asked that we draft a letter to the Attorney General for North Dakota and ask if we are in violation of the law. That was approved by the majority of the commissioners. A letter was drafted, was sent. A letter was sent back to us from the AG saying, I'm not going to say yes or no. So take it for what it's worth, I suppose. But now what's going to happen, and that's what this agenda item was. So we basically just received it and filed it. But going forward now, we're in the legislative session. So we have congressmen and senators from the region here, West Fargo and Fargo, that are going to push to show that we are in fact violating state law and to try to make it legal to operate a legal and safe business out of your home. The perception here is that we're going to have guns flying off the shelves. People are going to be walking in and out of my house 100 times a day. There's going to be a parking lot in front of my house, and guns will be brandished all over your neighborhood. That's not what happens, folks. That's not what happens anywhere. This is mostly a transfer company. You order a gun online, you have to get it transferred legally, so you need an FFL holder, a license holder, to inspect your documents, to give you a background check, and to just give you the box that the gun is in. And that's what 90% or more of the business is for these things. So this is not a big scary thing. It happens every single day in the city of Fargo. We have people who are grandfathered in from this law, so we have 5 or 6 folks who are doing it right now, and I bet you $20 you wouldn't know any of them who they are, because it's not as though it's a big Walmart business where people are flying in and out of there buying guns like crazy. So we'll see what happens this legislative session, but I have a strong feeling that we are going to be held in violation of state law. The last thing we talked about was body cams. I put on the agenda a discussion about body cams, and my goal very quickly was, one, how much are they going to cost us? Because we're going to get them. We have to get them. What are they going to cost us? And what are the SOPs? What are the standard operating procedures for these body cameras? Are we going to leave them on all the time? Are we going to have them turn it on when there's something bad happening? Are they going to turn them on when they leave their cruiser? If they're having lunch, do they leave them on? These are all questions that need to be answered when you have something like this, because if you're not standard, if you're not all doing it the same way, it can be perceived as people hiding things if the camera didn't come on. We've all heard the stories of, oops, the officer had a body camera, but it wasn't working properly. So that bad thing that happened isn't on video. We don't want that. We want a standard procedure for all the officers to protect them and protect us. That's the great thing about body cams is they not only protect the officers from the public, they protect the public from the officers as well if we have a bad officer. 99% of them are good, but there's a bad egg in every bunch, and that's why we have these body cameras. So if you have any questions about these issues or others, call me, text me, email me, find me on the website, Facebook, Twitter, Parler. And keep watching how we're spending your tax dollars. Thank you.